Hello, my dear one. There is something I want you to truly feel, not just understand with your mind. Healing is not something you need to chase or force into existence. It is something you gently allow to unfold. For so long, many of us were taught that healing must come through struggle, effort, discipline, or constant fixing. But real healing is not born from pressure. It does not grow in tension. It comes in softness. It arrives when you stop fighting yourself. Healing is not a punishment you endure. It is permission you give yourself. It is not about forcing change. It is about creating space. It is not about control. It is about presence. I invite you to receive these words in a different way. Not as instructions you must follow perfectly, but as nourishment for your inner world. Let them settle in gently. You don't need to analyze everything. Just allow it to reach you. The first time you listen or read, simply let it pass through you, like calm music in the background of your mind. No resistance, no judgment, just openness. And if you return to it again, notice more deeply. Repetition is not repetition for the mind, it is learning for the soul. Every time you hear something supportive, something inside you begins to shift. Think about how a child learns to walk. They don't master it instantly. They fall, they rise, they try again. Each attempt builds balance and confidence. In the same way, your inner world learns through patience, not pressure. Every positive thought you accept is like a small step toward emotional stability and inner peace. You are not here to punish yourself into becoming better. You are here to gently grow into love, awareness, and freedom. And there is a truth I want you to hold close. Your thoughts are shaping your life more than you realize, not as a burden, but as an invitation. Many people resist this idea because they think it means blame. But this is not about blame at all. You are not responsible for everything that happened to you in the past. But you do hold the power to influence what happens next. That difference is everything. Blame keeps you stuck in old pain. Awareness opens the door to change. Every thought is like a stroke on the canvas of your life. Every belief adds color. Every inner dialogue shapes the image you are creating. If you don't like what you see right now, you are not trapped in it. You can begin painting something new at any moment. The present moment is the only place where change is possible. Not yesterday because it is already gone. Not tomorrow because it has not arrived yet. Only now holds your power. Right here, right in this breath. So ask yourself gently, what are you creating in your mind today? Are you feeding fear or feeding peace? Are you repeating old wounds or opening space for something new? Even if the picture is not where you want it to be, every small shift matters. No thought is wasted. No moment of awareness is meaningless. Everything you plant in your mind becomes part of your future experience. You are not a victim of your past. You are the creator of your present direction. And when your thinking changes, even slightly, your life begins to move with it. Take a moment now and bring your attention inward. If you can, place your hand over your heart and simply say within yourself, I am open to thinking in a new way. I am open to seeing my life differently. I am open to creating something better for myself. You don't need to know how everything will change. You only need willingness. That is the starting point of transformation. Willingness opens doors that force never can. Healing begins there. Not in struggle, but in soft openness. Growth begins when you stop criticizing yourself and start observing yourself with kindness. Change begins with a simple inner decision. I am ready for something different. If you are here right now, something inside you already knows change is possible. Life has a way of bringing us to exactly what we are ready to hear. Begin to see your thoughts as tools. Each one is either building peace or building pain. You are always planting something in your inner garden. The question is not whether you are planting, but what you are planting. And life responds to what you consistently nourish. There is something else I want you to remember. Life is not against you. Even when it feels heavy, even when things don't make sense, life has never stopped supporting your existence. There is a quiet love beneath everything, even when clouds of doubt appear. You may forget it at times, but it never leaves you. It is constant, like sunlight behind clouds. The moment you begin to trust even a little that life is not your enemy, something within you relaxes. And in that relaxation, healing becomes natural. You are not broken. You are not behind. You are becoming. Many struggles people experience are deeply connected to how they treat themselves internally. When self-judgment becomes constant, it affects emotions, energy, and even the body. What remains unhealed in the mind often expresses itself in life experiences. But nothing you learned about self-criticism is permanent. Anything learned can be unlearned. Anything absorbed can be released. You don't need to fix everything at once. You only need to begin noticing, begin forgiving, begin choosing differently. Step by step, the weight starts to lift. Imagine carrying a heavy stone in your pocket every day. At first, it feels manageable, but over time, it becomes exhausting. Forgiveness is the moment you put that stone down. Self-compassion is when your hands finally become free again. You always have the choice to release what no longer supports your peace. You can release resentment. You can release guilt. You can release fear. And in their place, you can allow calm, acceptance, and love. Say it gently within yourself. I am releasing what no longer serves me. I am opening to peace. I am allowing love back into my life. I am choosing healing over struggle. And most importantly, remember this. The foundation of everything you seek is self-love. Not as ego, not as pride, but as deep acceptance of your own being. When you begin to treat yourself with kindness, everything shifts. Forgiveness becomes easier. Health feels lighter. Relationships soften. Life responds differently because your inner energy has changed. You don't need to become perfect to be worthy of love. You are already worthy right now as you are. Loving yourself is not the end of the journey. It is the beginning of transformation. It is the doorway through which everything else flows. So place your hand on your heart once more and gently affirm within yourself, I accept myself as I am. I am worthy of love. I am safe to grow. I am open to healing. I am ready for peace. Even if you don't fully believe it yet, it is still planting seeds within you. And over time, those seeds grow into truth. Because the moment you stop rejecting yourself, life begins to feel different. Not because life changes first, but because you do. Self-love and selfishness are not the same thing, even though many people confuse them. Selfishness is born from fear. It comes from a place of thinking there is not enough love, not enough safety, not enough success for everyone. So a selfish mindset takes, holds, and protects out of anxiety. But self-love is completely different. Self-love is rooted in trust. It is grounded in the understanding that you are already enough and life is not running out of goodness. From that space, giving becomes natural. Receiving becomes natural. There is no panic, no competition inside you. When you truly love yourself, you don't become less caring toward others. You actually become more open, more generous, more compassionate, because your actions are no longer driven by the need for approval or validation. Instead, they come from overflow. You are sharing what already exists within you. So let us practice something simple together. Start your day differently. Before you check your phone, before the world's noise enters your mind, take a moment with yourself. Look at your reflection and speak gently. Say to yourself, I love you. I accept you. I am here with you. At first, it might feel uncomfortable or even strange. Old thoughts may rise up and tell you that you don't deserve this kindness. But don't stop. Keep going anyway. Keep showing up for yourself. Because the part of you looking back in the mirror is not just your image. It is your inner self, your inner child, the part of you that has been waiting for your love for a long time. And yes, emotions may come. Tears may appear. That is not weakness. That is release. Tears are the body's way of letting go of old emotional weight, old stories, old pain that no longer belongs to you. Each tear is like a soft clearing, making space for healing. As you continue this practice, you will slowly notice changes. You will feel lighter inside. Your words will become kinder. Forgiveness will come more easily. Even your breathing will feel deeper and calmer. And life itself will begin to respond differently to you. Because life is always mirroring your inner state. When you carry love within you, life reflects that love back in different forms, through people, opportunities, experiences, and moments of peace. So today, let love be your foundation. Not fear, not guilt, not anger. Let love be the ground you walk on, the filter through which you see everything, and the quiet rhythm you return to again and again. And if you forget, that is completely okay. You will forget sometimes. But love never punishes you for forgetting. It simply waits patiently for you to return. Now take a slow breath and repeat this with me, gently and honestly. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Say it again. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Once more. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Notice how your body responds. Maybe your shoulders soften. Maybe your chest feels warmer. Maybe your breath becomes easier. This is not imagination. This is internal healing beginning to activate. And always remember this truth. You are not broken. You are not lacking. You are not unworthy. You are already whole even while you are growing. Now let us go a little deeper into something very important, the power of your voice. There is a big difference between silently thinking something and actually speaking it out loud. When you speak, your whole body listens. Your breath carries it. Your nervous system receives it. Your energy aligns with it. Your voice is not just sound, it is vibration. And that vibration affects your entire being. This is why speaking affirmations out loud can feel so powerful. It is not just about words in your mind anymore. It becomes something physical, something embodied. You are not just thinking change. You are expressing it into existence. Even science now supports what many people have felt intuitively for years. When you speak in calm, loving tones, your body begins to respond differently. Stress reduces. The nervous system relaxes. A sense of safety increases within you. And that is because your own voice can become a form of medicine when used with intention. So instead of only thinking kind thoughts, begin to speak them, whisper them, say them clearly. Let them move through your breath and your body. Try this now. I am willing to heal. I allow love to flow through me. Say it again slowly. I am willing to heal. I allow love to flow through me. You don't need to fully believe it right away. Belief grows through repetition. You are not trying to be perfect with it. You are simply planting seeds inside yourself. Over time, those seeds grow into emotional strength, clarity, and peace. And there is something beautiful that often happens when you do this. You may start to smile without even trying. Your expression softens. Your energy shifts. That smile is also part of healing. It signals to your body that safety is returning, that tension can loosen. Even if the smile feels small at first, it still matters. It still works. Now imagine your voice as a bridge. On one side are your thoughts, sometimes scattered, sometimes heavy, sometimes uncertain. On the other side is your reality, your body, your lived experience. Your voice carries what is inside your mind across that bridge and turns it into something real within you. That is why spoken words hold so much power. They don't stay trapped inside. They enter your system fully. Think about moments in life when spoken words changed everything, a kind reassurance, a promise, a declaration of love, or even encouragement at the right time. Words can shift entire emotional states, so your own words matter just as much. You can begin creating small daily rituals with your voice. Say affirmations while you shower. Say them while driving. Say them while doing simple tasks. Let your environment become a space of healing language. And if it feels uncomfortable at first, that's normal. But think about how easily we speak worry, complaint, or criticism without hesitation. If we can speak negativity so freely, we can also choose to speak healing just as easily. Your mouth is already speaking every day. The question is only what you are training it to express. Now try this again with me. I am willing to heal. I allow love to flow through me. Feel how your body responds. Feel the vibration of your own voice, even if it is quiet. Something inside you is shifting, even if it feels subtle. Because when you use your voice in this way, you are not only changing your inner world, you are also influencing the energy around you. Your words carry out into your environment in ways you may not immediately see, but they still matter. So let this become your new habit. Speak your life into healing. Speak your thoughts into love. Speak your truth into peace. And as you continue, remember this simple truth. Healing is not about fixing a broken self. It is about returning to the wholeness that was always within you. You are standing at a very important point in your life, even if it doesn't always feel like it. Life is not holding back from you. It is not blocking you. In fact, life is constantly moving toward you, offering you more, waiting for you to be open enough to receive it. So the real question is not whether life is ready to bless you. The real question is, are you ready to allow it in? Many of us grow up believing we must constantly try harder to fix ourselves, try harder to prove our worth, try harder to earn success, try harder to deserve happiness. But what if the truth is much gentler than that? What if life is not asking you to force anything, but to allow more instead? Allow more ease. Allow more kindness toward yourself. Allow more grace to flow into your experience. You are not here because something is wrong with you. You are not late. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are simply in the process of realigning, and alignment is a simple but powerful truth. It happens when what you feel inside begins to match what you experience outside. When your inner voice starts to say, I am safe, I am worthy, I am open, and your life begins to reflect those beliefs back to you. Everything outside of you is always responding to what is happening inside of you. When your inner world shifts, your outer world begins to follow in its own time and way. Let this settle deeply in you. You are not lacking anything. You are not missing some essential piece. The feeling of not enough is just an old belief, not a truth about who you are. The truth is simple. You are worthy right now. You are worthy of love right now. You are worthy of joy right now. You are worthy of abundance right now. Not after you change, not after you achieve more, not after you become someone else. Right now, in this moment, just as you are, even your breath is proof of life supporting you. Even your heartbeat is evidence that you belong here. Look closely, and you will see that blessings are already present in your life. They may appear in small, ordinary forms: a kind smile from someone, sunlight touching your face, a new opportunity quietly showing up, a moment of inspiration, or someone entering your life at the right time. Life is constantly offering. And the more open you are, the more you begin to notice what was always there. What you pay attention to expands. What you appreciate grows stronger in your experience. What you welcome multiplies in your life. So instead of living in constant striving, begin to shift into receiving. Let your inner energy move from "I have to chase everything" into "I am open to receive what is already flowing toward me." Repeat this gently to yourself. I am ready. I am willing. I am open. I trust life. These are not just comforting words. They are signals. They are declarations that begin to shift your inner state. And when your inner state changes, your outer reality slowly begins to respond. You are not meant to carry the weight of your past as a permanent identity. Your mistakes, your disappointments, your struggles do not cancel your worth. Nothing you have been through removes your right to receive goodness in life. The only real barrier is the belief that you are not allowed to have what you desire. And that belief can be changed starting now. Imagine standing in front of a wide, flowing river. The water is endless, clear, and constantly moving. That river is life itself. It does not judge you. It does not ask if you are good enough. It simply flows. You don't need to create the river. You don't need to control it. You only need to open your hands and receive from it. So gently ask yourself, am I willing to receive? Then softly say, I am ready for healing. I am ready for abundance. I am ready for love. And notice how your body responds. Even a small shift in your breathing, your chest, or your mind is a sign that something inside you is opening. This is not force. This is not pressure. This is readiness. Life responds not to struggle, but to openness. Not to fear, but to trust. Not to forcing, but to allowing. When you begin to accept this truth, something inside you relaxes. You stop seeing life as something you must fight against, and you begin to experience it as something you can move with. Gratitude plays a powerful role in this shift. Gratitude is like a doorway that leads you into a more abundant experience of life. When you start appreciating what is already here, even the smallest things, you begin to send a message inward and outward. I see what I have. I am open to more. Many people wait for big achievements before they allow themselves to feel grateful. But gratitude is not reserved for perfect moments. It is meant for right now. You can be grateful for your breath. You can be grateful for another day. You can be grateful for simple comforts you often overlook. And when you begin to notice these things, something inside you softens. Gratitude does not ignore difficulties. It simply refuses to ignore goodness. It says, yes, life has challenges, but life also has support. And that small shift changes everything. So try this practice. Before you begin your day, before the noise of the world reaches you, place your hand on your heart and quietly name a few things you are thankful for. They do not need to be big or impressive. They just need to be real. Notice how your energy shifts when you do this. Notice how your mind becomes more open and your emotions become more balanced. Gratitude turns what you already have into enough. And from that sense of enough, more naturally flows into your life. It is also important to protect your inner peace. Your peace is not something small or secondary. It is the foundation of your emotional, mental, and even physical well-being. Think of yourself as a garden. Everything you allow into your life, your thoughts, your conversations, the people you spend time with, the media you consume, is like soil and seeds being placed in that garden. If you constantly allow negativity, criticism, and fear, those seeds begin to grow. But if you choose kindness, encouragement, and hope, your inner garden begins to flourish. You are the gardener of your inner world, and you always have a choice about what you plant and what you remove. You may not be able to control everything around you, but you can choose where you place your attention. You can choose what you allow to grow inside your mind. And that awareness alone begins to change everything. At the same time, healing is not only about thinking and feeling, it is also about action, but not forced action, aligned action. There is a difference between forcing something and flowing with something. Forced action feels heavy, exhausting, and pressured. Aligned action feels lighter, clearer, and more natural. Sometimes life will quietly guide you toward a step, a small action, a simple movement. And when you follow that inner guidance, things begin to unfold more smoothly than expected. It might be something small like writing an idea down, reaching out to someone, or changing a small habit. But these small steps matter more than you realize. You don't need to take the whole journey at once. You only need to take the next step that feels right.